Welcome students. In this video we will discuss unit 4's sample MCQ questions. So as part 2. So part 2 question starts with question number 16. The resources targeted are in while providing security provision. So the main resources that are targeted are battery power, bandwidth, computational power. All the above are correct. Actually, the answer is all the above are correct because these are the resources that are targeted by the nodes which are affecting. And next question, session hijacking is an answer is a transport layer attack. It is a transport layer attack because in our syllabus they have given various layers and their attacks and how to overcome those attacks. So the layer wise attack names you must remember. The next question is repudiation is, the term repudiation is an application layer attack. And the next one is which are those that could occur in any layer of the network layer protocol. So the attack that can happen in any layer, that is called multi-layer attack. Answer is choice C. And next one, in this type of attack, an adversary attempts to prevent legitimate and authorized uses of services offered by the network from accessing those services. That is avoid, that is it disturbs the actual node to use services. So this kind of attack is known as denial of service. And the next one, some of the DOS attacks. Denial of service can be otherwise known as shortly DOS. So some of the DOS attacks are jamming, SYN sync flooding, distributed DOS attack. So all the above are examples of DOS attacks. And next one, in which form of the attack the adversary initially keeps monitoring the wireless medium in order to determine the frequency at which the receiver node is receiving the signals from the sender. That is, the adversary node is watching the medium. So this kind of attack, what kind of attack is this? So this is called jamming. Okay, so jamming attack only it happens. And the next question is the commonly used techniques that overcome jamming attack. So to overcome jamming attack, the techniques are frequency hopping spread spectrum, direct sequence spread spectrum, both A and B, and none. So the choices are A and B, both A and B, both are correct. Okay, so when you read the choices immediately, you may select any one, that is frequency hopping spread spectrum or direct sequence spread spectrum. So you see there is an option given both A and B. So after reading the choices, you select both A and B. Okay, so if any one of the frequency hopping spectrum or the direct sequence is given, you can select any one. But if both are given, then you have to choose the answer both A and B. Then in which attack the several adversaries are distributed throughout the network collide and prevent legitimate users from accessing the services offered by the network. So the answer for this is distributed DOS attack. So students, you can remember in the previous case when we were discussing about a DOS attack, this denial of service. So the same question only repeated here, but the thing is here an adversary attempts, that is only one adversary is attempting to prevent the user. But here it is known in 24th question what we see is several adversaries. Many adversaries are distributed throughout the network, collide and prevent the legitimate users. So this kind of attack is known as distributed DOS attack. So the difference is this one. And next one, 25th question. In these attacks, an adversary assumes the identity and privileges of authorized node either to make use of the network resources that may not be available to it under normal circumstances or to disturb the normal functioning of the network by injecting false routing information into the network. So this is nothing but an adversary node. It wants to use the privileges of an authorized node. Okay, so this kind of activity is known as impersonation. So the choice of answer is D, impersonation. And next one, in the presence of in the parlance of cryptography, the original information to be sent from one person to another person, this is called plain text. In cryptographic terms, we have to say it as plain text. And the plain text is converted into ciphertext by the process of encryption. The answer is encryption. And an authentic receiver can decode the ciphertext back into the plain text, converting the ciphertext into plain text. So this is the process called decryption. And the next one is the secure administration of cryptographic key is called key management. So the key management is another important topic. Secure administration of cryptographic keys. This is called key management. True or false? So the statement is true. So this is called key management. And the main goals of cryptography. So the main goals are confidentiality, integrity, authentication and non-repudiation. So these are all the main goals of cryptography. So to revise you, to make you understand this thing, I have given all the 4 correct choices: confidentiality, integrity, authentication and non-repudiation. So if in any case they have changed any one of the goal or any one different and choice is given, you can easily identify if you know the correct choices. Okay, so the next question, the major kinds of cryptographic algorithms are symmetric key algorithm, asymmetric key algorithms, both A and B, none. So we know very well the cryptographic algorithms are of 2 types, symmetric and asymmetric. So both A and B, that is the answer. And which use the same key for encryption and decryption? In which algorithm? So it is symmetric key algorithm. In symmetric key algorithm, the same key is used for encryption as well as decryption. And which use 2 different keys for encryption and decryption? It is asymmetric key algorithm. So in asymmetric key algorithm, 2 different keys are used. And which are based on some mathematical principles which make it feasible or impossible to obtain one key from another. So in which algorithm it happens? It is asymmetric key algorithms. So in asymmetric key algorithms, it is highly impossible to obtain, impossible to obtain one key from another key. So this is nature of asymmetric key algorithm. And which rely on the presence of shared key at both the sender and receiver, which has been exchanged by some previous arrangement. So this is the case happening in symmetric key algorithm, relying on the presence of shared key at both the sender and receiver. So this is symmetric key algorithm. Then the primary goal of key management. The main goal of key management is to share a secret among specified set of participants, not to share a secret among specified set of participants, both A and B, none. So the key management's main goal. So the main goal is, answer is share a secret key, because that is the work of a key management. It has to share the key among specified set of participants. Only to the specified nodes it has to share. So that is the main goal. So choice A is the answer. And next, the main approaches to key management are key pre-distribution, key transport, key arbitration and key agreement. This is again another 2 mark question. So if you know all these 4 choices, it is better to answer for several things. So a main approach to key management are key pre-distribution, key transport, arbitration and key agreement. All the above are the approaches to key management. Then next one, about key pre-distribution, which is incorrect. Key pre-distribution, which is incorrect. So reading the statements, it involves distributing key to all interested parties after the start of communication. Then this method involves much less communication and computation, but all participants must be known a priori during initial configuration. Once deployed, there is no mechanism to include new members in the group or to change the key. As an improvement over pre-distribution scheme, subgroups may be formed within a group and some communication may be restricted to a subgroup. Actually, all these points I have given you so that you can understand about key pre-distribution. So here the incorrect answer is choice A, because distributing key to all interested parties after the start of communication they have given, but actually it is not after starting the communication. Before starting of the communication only the key distribution takes place. Okay, otherwise all the 4 statements are correct. So only in that place the first statement is wrong. So rest of the statements are true about a key pre-distribution. And about key transport, which is correct. So in key transport systems, one of the communicating entities generates keys and transports them to other members. The simplest scheme assumes that a shared key already exists among the participating members. The shared key is used to encrypt a new key and is transmitted to all corresponding nodes. Only those nodes which have the prior shared key can decrypt it. So again, this is an question for understanding. So this is about a key transport mechanism. So this is what happening in a key transport mechanism. So here while reading all the statements, so which is correct? So the answer for this question is all the statements are true for the key transport mechanism. Then the next one is key arbitration, which is correct. So regarding key arbitration, so key arbitration scheme uses a central arbiter to create and distribute keys among all participants. They are not a class of key transport schemes. And in ad hoc networks, the problem with implementation of arbitrator protocol is that the arbitrator has to be powered on at all times to be accessible to all nodes. And this leads to a power drain on that particular node. So students, I instruct you to read all these statements, because you have to identify the incorrect statement. So the incorrect statement is choice B. I am telling you firstly, they are not a class of key transport scheme. Actually, they are class of key transport. So the statement is incorrect. So and leaving that statement, all the other statements are actual statements of key arbitration. So once again you read the choices, so that if some question comes in a twisted way, you could able to answer. Then 41, the key agreement, which is incorrect. About key agreement. So while reading all the 4 choices, the key agreement have low computational capability, it is given, the choice D. So that is the incorrect statement, because a key agreement has a high computational capability. Okay, it is not low, it has a high computational capability. Rest of the other statements are all correct. That means the key agreement protocols used to establish a secure context over which a session can be run, and in group key agreement schemes, each participant contributes a particular separate secret key and require least amount of pre-configuration. So you read all these things so that you can mind which is key agreement, what is key agreement and what are its characteristics. Okay. And the 42nd question is, ad hoc wireless networks pose certain specific challenges in key management due to the lack of infrastructure in such networks. So the choices are, the first is the network infrastructure, such as dedicated routers and stable links which ensure communication with all nodes. That means they are asking in ad hoc wireless networks why some specific key management issues are happening. So it is because of the infrastructure-less arrangement. And the second, missing infrastructure is services such as name resolution, directory and TTPs. The third missing infrastructure in ad hoc wireless network is administrative support of certifying authorities. So all these above are the challenges in key management. So this is a question you can read as challenges that are happening in key management in ad hoc wireless networks. And next question, the fundamental requirements for a secure routing protocol for ad hoc wireless networks. detection of malicious nodes, guarantee of correct route discovery, confidentiality of network topology, stability against attacks, all these. So these are the requirements of a secure routing protocol. So this is again a very important question. Read all these choices A, B, C, D because they are all the main requirements of a secure routing protocol. And the solutions for the black hole problem. So black hole problem's a solution. One of the solution for black hole problem is to restrict the intermediate nodes from originating route reply packets, RR packets, route reply packets. Then only the destination node would be permitted to initiate route reply packets. Both A and B is the correct answer. So this is the solution for black hole problem. And the 45th question is, and the last question, asymmetric algorithms, which statement is incorrect? So the incorrect statement is, the choice is given. RSA algorithm is the best example of public key cryptography, and digital signature schemes are also based on public key encryption. These are called reversible public key systems, and these are called irreversible public key systems. So asymmetric key algorithms, which is incorrect. So the incorrect statement is choice D, irreversible public key system they have given, but actually they are reversible. And another thing is asymmetric key algorithms can also be called as public key algorithms. Okay students, with this unit 4 discussion completed. So we'll discuss about unit 5 in the next video. Go through all the questions thoroughly. Thank you students.